All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. It is Tuesday, August 27, 2019. And in case no one else said it yet, this guy loves you. I really mean that from the heart. Anyway, I want to just get that out here. It's true. All right, here, let's talk about this market here, because we are witnessing something we've seen before, a major divergence. The last time we witnessed what we're seeing right now was as the last meltdown was beginning to build up power or energy, which was about to be released. And this can go on for a little bit, but we need to pay attention to this. Very important. What is Greg talking about? As I am doing this video blog, stocks are higher. Nothing major, higher nonetheless. Okay, but what else is occurring? And where do I always tell you to look? The bond market. The 2 to 10 inversion is getting worse, and the 30-year is under 2% again. So we have a stock market moving up, and we have a yield curve which continues to invert deeper. We saw this before. We're watching history repeat itself here, but this is going to be much, much worse because these distortions eclipsed the last meltdowns, 2007, 2008, by exponents. There's nothing like this ever. So this divergence of stocks going higher, okay, while the yield curve continues to invert deeper, is something we need to keep our eye on. And I want you to think of it in this manner. This is energy. This is energy that is building up and building up and building up. All of a sudden, it is going to release at one time. Who knows when? You know, let me say this too. The reason why, and this should be glaring in everyone's face, and just take in what I'm about to tell you. The reason why, sadly, most traders fail is because they do not trade the market in front of them. They get too fixated on what's coming down the pike. Now look, I get that. We all have to watch for all kinds of things that are going on. It's very difficult to assimilate all the variables here that can affect this market. That's why we trade the market we have. This is why I have become quite a proficient day trader. What does that mean? It means taking advantage of momentum at the moment. Are you going to be right all the time? Absolutely not. But if you're right most of the time, and please take advantage of my free quant system. I mean, it's right there. You don't have to sign up for it. There's nothing to click on. It's just right there. And I still hear from traders who are using this from everywhere. Greg, this is incredible. I was never so successful. Use it. Learn how to use that system. And you too will be able to trade the market you have. Use this charade. This market, look, it's in la la land. You know that. But it seems, at least for now, that the promise of easy money, the promise of suppressed interest rates, the promise of mass debt expansion has got this market giddy. Oh my God. You know, and look, if you notice, there is some cash making its way into precious metals for a while now. This should be no surprise to you. Cryptocurrencies too. We haven't seen anything yet, and I mean anything yet. We know the plan. The reason why the market is giddy is on the promise of mass debt expansion. Every world leader doing the same thing, sucking us down into the vortex of enormous debt. It's actually blows my mind. Look, I'm getting speechless on this, but we know what they're going to do. It could not be more simple. So we bet against the debt. We become our own central bank, something I've said since day one. It's just so easy. And we trade the market in front of us. Look, for example, when I finish this video blog, I'm going to go back to my trading platform. I haven't entered a trade yet today. I'm going to look for opportunities to trade the market in front of me. And my quant system, this thing trades in real time. I want you to understand that, and I outline it in the description on my website. Most trading platforms rely on past data to make decisions about what's going on in the moment. How does that work? You understand? It don't work. For the most part, you will This is, again, why traders get hurt in this market. They're not trading the market they have. They're relying on a system that uses mostly past market data. It doesn't make any sense. So that's why I developed the quant system and why I want all of us to be successful and why I would offer it for free. I could have sold this thing and I would have probably made, honestly, this year alone, 40,000, maybe more. It depends on where I put it. I could put it on. I just want to give it away. I want you to have it. So important to pay it forward. Seriously, people, I want to try to set an example here. What do I leave you off with every Friday? Love each other, care about each other, and be charitable? Well, I'm not just talking the talk here. I'm walking the walk. We are going to beat this thing. We are not going to let this thing around us beat us. It's just not going to happen. For those that are, I feel very sorry for you. You're laying down like a sheep to be sheared. My lions, my friends, know exactly what to do because I've been talking about this since forever. I've outlined this market to such a high degree of accuracy. It's frightening. It frightens me sometimes. But again, I study this thing around the clock. I was up last night at 3:30 in the morning looking at this market. I couldn't really sleep well, so I got up and I'm looking at overseas markets. I'm watching currency markets. I'm watching debt markets. This is what I do. A little bit obsessive, but it's the only way to beat it. Look, in life, I want you to take this away too as something you should not forget. If you want to be successful at anything, I don't care what it is, you must become that thing. You literally have to become it. I have become this. This is me. And this is why I've been able to call this market with such a high degree of accuracy. And you have to admit this. I mean, give credit where credit's due. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just stating a fact. If you can prove me wrong, go ahead. But, I mean, since the election of Donald Trump, I told everyone before everyone else, this market was going to vault higher. And that's exactly, I said record high after record high was going to come. And that's exactly what we have. It was so easy to see. Anyway, but look, again, let's just cut to the chase here. Again, we know we trade the market we have, period. But we are seeing a major divergence here. Stocks rising as the yield curve continues to invert deeper. I predict this has the potential to go on longer. Now listen, again, I explained to you how confidence drives this market. The market is confident at this point. I mean, not just confident, but it's a sure thing that the Federal Reserve is going to provide the market with a series of rate cuts. Not just one, not just two. A series of rate cuts are coming. And massive debt expansion, massive dollar devaluation. This is going to decimate the middle class. But it's a boost for the stock market. Again, the middle class gets forced to subsidize the stock market. You understand? It could not be a more easy concept. As the middle class gets forced to subsidize the stock market by being robbed blind with any kind of an interest or any account, rates actually going negative. We already have negative rates here in this country. If you base the yield of government debt against the actual rate of inflation, you're not supposed to know that. But this is where we are. And we are going to take advantage of this to the highest order. I have explained to all of you exactly what you need to do. I provide the tools for you to shred this thing to death. All right? Because you're going to win. I can promise you I will never let you down. Never let you down. If you follow this blog, I don't care what side of the political aisle you sit on. If you can think clearly, you will be provided with information that you're not going to hear anywhere else. And not just that, you're going to know how to beat it. Because we're going to win here. We're going to win. And what are we going to do, people? This is exactly, we're going to pay it forward, okay? As you all know, every month I allocate funds that I donate to charity. My big thing is animal charities, and I know I'm going to get beat up for that. Greg, why aren't you providing for people or anything else? Look, you choose one battle and you beat it. With regard to providing charity to people, I belong to organizations that provide huge amounts of funds to not just the people of the United States, but people around the world. And again, I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk. And I love everybody. I really do. And despite what you might think of how I feel about the President of the United States, I love him too. I want him to be successful. Anyway, and just one last thing. You know, I got beat up here for admitting why I decided not to be on USA Watchdog anymore. As you can see, read the comments from yesterday. But let me explain this to you. I choose where I appear and when I appear. You get it? All right, I'm going to leave you off with that. My responsibility is to you. I don't owe anybody with any show a damn thing. You understand that? I owe you. I work for you, okay? As I explained to you, I would never work for a Wall Street bank. Most of you know I was offered a job at JP Morgan Chase. Nope, won't take it. Because that would mean I would have to betray you. I won't do it for any amount of money. I can't be bought. This guy loves you. Please share this video. Get it out there. I'll see you at the end of the day.